Hey everybody, how's it going? Just chilling here, listening to some classic music from my childhood. About to start my next playthrough of a new game. Just recently finished God of War Ragnarok. I feel like that's a little loud. Give me 1 second here. Do I have that locked together? I do. So hopefully this won't get banned or have any issues with all the bootyliciousness that's going on screen right now. But yeah, I decided my next playthrough thing I'm going to play on stream live is going to be Final Fantasy X. Just played a brand new game. Review shooting to come for God of War. Today, I'm going to start a new kind of ongoing playthrough, and I might interlace other ones here and there if a new game comes out or something that needs to be played or I need to look at. But in the time being, till something else comes out that I want to touch or play, which, why did I say touch? That seems weird. It's going to be Final Fantasy X. But let me pull these back up and make sure everything is good on that. I feel like the sound's going to be pretty good. Come on, give me some noise. So Final Fantasy came out in 1999, or got started in 1999, came out in the early 2000s. I have played this game through many times. Oh, I'll get into my little rant here in a second. I gotta appreciate and reminisce on this. This song is amazing. I love this piano intro. It's one of the ones that I put this up here with this so many classical songs that I just want to sit and listen to. It's great. All right. A little commentary while we're listening to this. First time I played this game, sat there, and actually I watched my cousin play this first time before I even touched it for any length of time. Had no idea what was going on here. Very much assumed. That is very loud. What does that sound like? I'm gonna drop that a little bit. There we go. But yeah, had no idea what was going on. Really wasn't familiar with Final Fantasy more than they were released every so many years. The biggest one I played was Final Fantasy VII before this, and I didn't realize they weren't like tied together. I was a young kid. I didn't know. But I know the difference now. Obviously, they're kind of standalone. There's been a couple since this that have had continuations. Specifically, this one had 10-2. 13 had a couple extra after it. But this one has a special place in my heart. This is the one I really kind of learned about and played through and very much fell in love with the series as a whole with this Final Fantasy game. Playing currently on the Switch, HD Remaster. I know it was out on PlayStation first. I'm not trying to be unfaithful and playing on Switch, but it's what I had. It's easily accessible, and it was easy enough to just kind of like click on and go. All right, now let's do new game. God, that's still very loud. Is that for you all? Yeah, it does sound kind of, Use standard. Select the standard grid, yes. Original. Yes. Let's see how this sounds for you all. I know, we just listened to it, but it's part of the game. I gotta let it ride. It's the first cutscene. Very first thing. Come in, see all these characters. Again, like I said, no idea what's going on. All of this will be answered very shortly. Also, I don't know why I didn't even notice. I totally didn't change my my title here. I am not playing God of War Ragnarok. For those who are currently watching, I am playing Final Fantasy X. Oh, Yuna. All right, so this is Yuna. Probably the second main character, co-main character, lead lady, if you will. The gentleman, you know, softly grazing her shoulder would be Titus? I say Titus. I know it's probably Titus, and I think that's the proper pronunciation for it. I'm going to be going with Titus the whole time. That's what I originally called him. I'm going to stick with it. The fact that this cutscene starts out here and he's telling his story up to the point and then you play past this is genius. I'm not going to ruin much more than that. I'm just going to say this is further along in the story for those who may have never watched this or seen what's going on. But the journey is 100%
Listen to my story.
the reason to play this game.
This may be our last chance.
You can tell me your story? I'm listening. Don't leave me hanging. I chose you as my next playthrough. All right. Back to the beginning of the story. Hearing Titus go through and play and kind of explain what's going on. So, starting out here, we are in Zanarkand, hometown of Titus, where he is the hometown hero, amazing sports star of the, you'll soon see, ever popular Blitzball. Oh god, the cheering, adoring fans. I'm gonna try to remember everything and grab what I can without taking too much extra time. Like I said, I've played through this a couple times. I know there's a couple things, I believe, where if you don't get them, they do go away. So I'm going to try to get a couple things the first time. But let me talk to these kids.
Can you sign this?
Of course. Yes, I definitely want to be Titus.
Alrighty.
Me too!
Take it easy.
All right, let's get to a little older conversation.
Can I have your autograph?
Of course.
Good luck tonight!
Nothing to worry about. Oh, if I score a goal, I'll, do this. That will mean it was for you, okay? What seat?
Player.
He's blocking the front row! Fifth from the right!
Got it.
Such a player.
Well, gotta go. Cheer for me.
2, 3... Teach us how to blitz!
Hey, I got a game to play.
Then teach us after!
Maybe tonight,
You can't tonight.
You can't tonight.
I mean tomorrow.
Promise?
Promise.
Like the dojo karate, like channeling of your chi look of that is hilarious to me. Very like meditative. sit there and think about stuff. Praying to the gods of Blitzball. Does he say who that is? I think he mentions who that is.
I was in a coffee shop running away from home when I heard the news. Our hero, Jacked, gone.
Jack.
Vanished into thin air. My dad must have been his biggest fan. I knew how sad he'd be. Heck, we all were that day.
I didn't know you could talk to these
Zanara
people.
says to myself, what are you thinking? I went running straight back home. We sat up talking about Jack all night. My dad and I never talked so much. Whoa. Didn't mean to reminisce, folks. Anyway, 10 years later, the Jack Memorial Cup tournament is today. The two teams that have won through to the finals are, of course, the Abes from A East and the Duggles from C South.
The Duggles.
I know there's a lot of people out there.
Did they
today
just
to
like
see the
cycle
star of
through
the
with those
Abes.
kids?
In just 1 year, he's become the team's #1 player. He's Jack's blood and the new hope of Blitzball. What kind of super play will he show us today? Will we see his father's legendary shot? I don't think I'm the only one excited here, folks.
So obviously, if you can't tell, they're talking about you, the son of Jacked. The gentleman back here, yeah, they're cycling those kids. So the gentleman back here up on the display, that is your father, who, as you heard in the discussion, or the radio broadcast here, is, excuse me, has been gone. It's been about 10 years now, and they've had a couple cups memorializing him in his honor of Blitzball. So we're about to see. So, heading into the Blitzball tournament here, or Blitzball Stadium.
Sorry.
God, being swarmed.
Hey.
Oh my God. Okay,
Hey, let go of me.
Phew. Was close. Almost got mobbed and just attacked and drugged back into the herd. I'd almost be scared to wonder what they would do to me if that happened. But here is now the second best song of the entire soundtrack. And you're about to see what Blitzball is. Pour one out for my homies. Here's to you. Oh my God, what is this? This giant being out in the middle of the ocean coming up to attack the city. We'll find out. Don't worry about that. We'll bring that back up later. But Blitzball, it is like underwater soccer, like underwater water polo, I guess is the best way to describe it. Don't know how they hold their breath. I don't think they ever talk about the abilities and what these people are capable of to do that. But yeah, almost every... Sorry, I was watching the entire cutscene here. Almost every single group of people, doesn't matter if they're human or Ronzo, and you'll find out Ronzo's are later, or Gerudo, every single person has this ability instinctively. I don't understand why. For some reason, not every person can be in your party when you go underwater, which is just weird. So I guess maybe not everybody has it instinctually, or just naturally. One shockwave and the entire city is just gone. So many questions. Giant bubble of water coming in from the sea. Random dark cloaked man in a red jacket. What is all this ominous stuff gonna mean? Oh, there he is.
Orin,
There's one question down.
doing here? What are you talking about?
Waiting for me? Waiting for me for what? I don't like the fact that we're going the opposite way from everybody else who's running. Little kid's got
It
powers.
begins.
What?
Don't cry.
Little kid knows too much.
What the? Huh?
I would just 100% think I'm tripping at this moment, that something would have happened. I mean, literally, people stopped mid-stride, and some random kid who just popped out of nowhere and disappeared into nowhere told me to not cry. And I'm assuming as Titus, being in his teens, maybe early 20s, I don't know the last time he would have cried. So, it's a little weird. All right, back to the big bubble and the big... There we go. Big creature. It's called Sin. Starting to piece some things together. All right, as every classic RPG goes, we are now going to be having a introduction tutorial of how to fight and how the battle system works in this game.
Take it.
Yeah, maybe not hold it with a stiff arm.
A gift from Jack.
My old man?
I hope you know how to use it.
Okay, so this is a...
These
Hold
ones
on.
don't matter. We cut through.
This is the classic RPG where it is turn-based. So as I'm currently sitting here, no other enemy can move or do anything. I make my decision, they make their decision, and so forth and so on. Newer versions and newer Final Fantasies, they have gone to a live-action role to where a gauge fills up and you attack as soon as your gauge is available. And enemies can attack during, you can attack during them, you can move around, try to dodge. More of kind of a Elden Ring or From Software feel. This is very, you have a team, back and forth, so you had to be more strategic. As you can see, there are a couple of options. I have items and attack. More commands and options will become available as the game progresses, and as more things happen. So the other basic thing that you need to figure out is over here on the, what is my, and I guess you'll be watching as well, right-hand side of the screen, you'll see that there is pictures and words that say Mon A, Mon B, Mon C. Currently, that is the is designating who is going and when. You can scroll through this by hitting ZR. As you can see, Orin's pretty slow. He doesn't attack as much. Titus is much quicker, so he gets more attacks in on a regular basis. I'll be going through more of the battle system, more of the upgrade system, and things as we go. Don't want to waste too much time. Just a general overview. But attack. Let Orin kill this one. So these are pretty simple enemies. As you attack them, one hits about all, and as you see, as soon as the monster is out of the fight, that entire monster or enemy is removed from the lineup, and thus the attack system or order is rearranged. To my knowledge, there is no current like block or dodge, or there's other RPGs where if you hit a button, like time it properly, it'll reduce the attack. This is what hits you. You have to increase your defense with your armament and your upgrades. Skills. Power break. I don't think it's currently needed on these. They're a little bit easier. I'm going to attack. And as Orin told, attack the ones in the front, avoid the ones in the back, just keep on going. We're not here to get any levels. We're here to progress on, get through this town, and get to Sin. As you can see, making our way there. Titus is like, no, don't, what, why are you running towards the big one? Don't make us fight battles we're not wanting to. All right, so this is the big boy. You'll soon find out in later conversations that these are called Sin Spawn.
Get out of my town!
Some can't wait to die.
Which are the big components of Sin that he shoots off to attack. Here's a new command, something that's very important, called overdrives. They're kind of like power-ups, super attacks that each person will get as the gauge below levels up, below the person's name. You can set different things to increase that. I'll go through that later when I unlock more. But right now, it's as you attack, you'll get more overdrive gauge, thus increasing your chance to have an overdrive, and you can attack enemy with a more powerful attack. As it says what pretty much it says here. When a character's overdrive gauge beneath the HP and MP display is full, that character may use a special unique attack once. Press start. Sure. In the command window to use an overdrive. So currently overdrive is Orin. His is Bushido. His overdrives I like, but they're a little tricky. I don't remember the combinations. They are button inputs in specific orders. Again, I am playing on on Switch, so I don't know the buttons as well as I know like PlayStation, so this is going to be very embarrassing. But he only has one currently, and it's called Dragon Fang, but it attacks everybody. All right. Ooh, barely got that. The quicker you get through that, the more power and attack it does. Obviously, I was looking at my controller because I need to refresh myself with the buttons. That will get taken care of quickly enough here in the future. All right, so Titus has a new overdrive that we can try. His is a little bit easier. His is more of a timing system. So you'll see here in a second, it's called Spiral Cut. But it's try to hit when that is in the middle. The closer you are and the you get into the yellow, the more damage thus you'll be doing. God, why? Demi's crazy, and I think, if I remember right, yeah, I think it does like half of the attack that it did previously, or half of your health each time he does it. God, Orin hits so big. More than half, that was a little bit less. So it progressively goes down. It won't kill you. They want to make sure you get these first couple fights on to the next section. As we progress through the game, you'll find out that we have a available cast of a lot of characters, each doing their own specific role. The party size that you can fight with is 3. Currently, we only have 2 because it's the only 2 people we know. But each one kind of fills their own area in the game. One being a mage, one being aerial attacks, one being like a healer, and so forth. One being a thief. Very, very classic Final Fantasy. But the best part about this game is later on, when they get into the leveling system, and you get through further on in the game, you can start making people have multiple types and styles. which is great because you can have like a healing thief or a dark mage and like aerial attack person. It's really cool to have a mix. I have played through here before and gone through the entire sphere grid with multiple people, so they had every kind of class and thing you could get with. So that's probably not something I'll do here because that would literally take forever, and I don't know how many episodes of this I want to get in before I go on and move to another game, or maybe put a pause on and come back to. But yeah, that being said, here we go. These are the save spheres. So most new games will autosave. These require you to save at a save sphere. This is level 1. So stores and record record of your travels. Also fully restores your party's HP and MP. This means if you are in the game and you have done like 30 minutes of play and you haven't saved, you die, that entire 30 minutes, gone. Was one of the best things I thought about and loved from classic RPGs because it made it very made you very aware of how much how long you've been playing, as well as what you've achieved. So I will be saving on a regular basis to make sure I don't have to repeat what I've done. There are a couple boss battles and things I know coming up that I like to level up before, or that I want to make sure I save right before so I don't have to go through and do all this extra work. But yeah, we'll go ahead and save. New save data. Save the game. Yes. Cool. All right, let's go to the end of the bridge here. Let's go see what this big water ball is that Orin's talking about, called Sin.
What are you laughing at, old man? Alright, let's get out of here.
As you can tell, Titus has a little bit of some daddy issues.
Huh? Give me a break, man.
So many. This will also kind of highlight something that's cool in this game, where you have all these enemies to attack, and in a little bit you'll find out that you have the ability to attack other things on the board. Oh my god, I can smell it. This is weird to say. My wife has made popcorn, and I can smell it, and it smells delicious. All right, how many more rounds? Here we go.
This could be bad. That. Knock it down.
What?
Trust me, you'll see.
So I don't remember there being many battles like this where you have to attack something else or use something else in the battle to progress. There's maybe 3 that come to mind the entire game, this being one of them. But I think it's a cool little mechanic, or that you can use, not mechanic, something you can do in the game to actually progress further. That doesn't make you just have to go battle to battle to battle to battle. Come on, Orin. There we go. I know some people's complaints about this style of game is the grinding of it all later on, when you have to start doing all these extra battles to level up to be ready for bosses. So it does get a little lengthy because of that, where the story could be played through pretty quickly otherwise.
Go.
How did he make the jump, and Titus, who's obviously younger and I would assume in better condition, not? Is he talking to Sin? Is he working with it? How can we trust him now?
This is your story. It all begins here.
Oh my gosh, am I tripping balls? I'm on a journey.
Hey. Hey.
This is someone new.
My old man? I thought about a lot of things. Like where I was, what I got myself into.
Man, I was a
I
cute
started
kid.
to feel lightheaded.
No wonder the girls
and
like me.
then
And the men.
Sleepy. I think I had a dream. A dream of being alone. I wanted someone, anyone beside me. So I didn't have to feel alone anymore.
I just want to feel wanted. Why does nobody want me?
Anybody there?
So you go from being sucked up into a giant whatever Sin is to now a desolate, destroyed something. Where's Orin? Where's the city of Xanarkand? Where did Sin go? Again, so many questions, so little time. All right, so also with this game, so quick about quick recovery. To display the quick recovery menu, touch this touchscreen and drag right, or select this icon that appears. There are two types of quick recovery, one using white magic and one using items. If the conditions are met, you can recover the entire party's HP in one action. This is new, I don't remember this. Recovering using cure-based white magic. A character that can use the cure range of white magic is automatically selected to heal the entire party's HP using the minimum amount of MP required. I'll go through all that later on. Recover using items. Recover HP of all party members using only potions and high potions. Potions will be used for up first for recovery. To close the menu, touch the touchscreen and drag left or select the displayed icon. This is talking about if you're playing on the Switch that way. This includes the quick recovery tutorial. So with that, I don't know what the icon is. Oh, I just took a picture. All right, we'll figure out later. So with this game, you'll see up in the top left-hand corner, there is a map of the area. So all these little islands are what is on display, and the little red triangle in the top is where you're supposed to be going, or the last door you just went through. What is this? Something is written here. Edra mifron pumde mukt. I don't even want to try it. Dra promagad hakt. Feder makalania pari dra wundre bina orikshid. It's a lot of weird language and words.
What do we have here? Nope, can't read it.
This is one of the side quests that you get throughout the game. There is a language that is called Albed. There are letters that you can find throughout the game that actually will add to your library and understanding of that language, thus allowing you to be able to read things like that if they're on the wall or understand the Albed when they talk. But again, that's just kind of a side quest that you get and progress through as you play the game. As you can see, there's a chest up here. That's what I'm going for. I want to try to collect some items that are available, just in case I need some healing or maybe some extra damage. Also, this. Introduction to Albed. Find Albed primers, those are the letters, to help you decipher the strange Albed language. So, using previously saved Albed primer data to synthesize a new Albed primer. So currently, I don't have any other saved data, so I can't pull anything from a previous playthrough. If this were on a different console or back when I played on PlayStation, I've had all the languages or all the letters, so it's kind of like a new game plus if you start here and you could go read what that means. But I don't currently have that, so we will get primers as we find them and progress and come back and read that later. Come on now. Good. Potion times 2. Like to see it. I thought you could jump off one of these. I guess not. I believe that is the only chest in this area, so time for me to progress further and see what is available. Sorry, I have a little bit of a scratchy throat, and I'm trying not to cough into the mic, so I'm sorry for anybody that's getting attacked by my coughing fits. Alright, I'll at least be saving at each save point once as I find them. Maybe a couple more times just in case I need to heal right before a battle or save if I've been playing for a while to level up. Ooh, high potion already. Very, very nice. The benefit of the top menu where it shows the map, and I love this about this game, it makes it a little bit easier to find out where you're going. Now, this game is very much like on rails versus kind of freeform or open world. So it's very like start at point A, go to point B, start at point B, go to point C, and progress. You get the story throughout. The fun part is more or less the battles and how you determine to level up and who you play with. As you can see, currently there are no more maps in the corner. So all we had to do is move a little bit to start the next cutscene and initiate the next battle. One of the things that I critique about this game a little bit is, like I said, there are underwater battles like this, and only the people who seem to play Blitzball or alluded to play Blitzball seem to have the ability to hold their breath and fight here. So where further on the game you have a selection of so many people, you then only have a selection of a couple, three of those people to fight underwater battles, which sucks because if you don't know that and you put all the time into other people, you're very underleveled when it comes to those underwater battles. And it's the one thing that there's about two things in this game that really annoyed me. Again, they want you to play as every single character. They want to have you give time to them so that you can thus have a well-rounded party. But obviously you're going to have your favorites and you want to put your time in. But that's where the leveling system kind of alleviates that stress of not being able to have like maybe your mage or your thief or other things underwater, because you can teach your characters that have the ability to go underwater those new abilities. All right, so we are now fighting the actual first boss, the one that was the sin spawn. You kind of could tell wasn't a boss. This one actually says boss. This is I can't never say his name, Gio Sagano. It is actually a boss that we aren't able to beat currently. I don't remember. I think he can kill you. So I'm going to heal after the next time when he hits me. But we cannot currently beat him. This is a character that is actually like an end-level boss, or end-game boss, that we will have to come back and attempt to fight if we want to do some extra side questing later on. So currently this is just kind of plot. As you can tell, Titus is running. He understands there is no way he's going to be able to beat this and survive. But we now see a door. Let's make our way there. Whew. That's close. I don't really want to get eaten by a giant skeleton fish because you could see through his ribs. Like, obviously he was a skeleton. There's no way he's digesting you. It's like you're almost stuck in a cage if he were to eat you. But yeah. Ran
I
away.
had made it out of the frying pan and into the freezer.
Nice.
I thought I was gonna die in this place.
So we just got blown in here from outside, which is amazing that they threw us in really quickly. But there's nothing more for me to do in this hallway. Like, this is where we got blown in from. Let me make my way. That's a really weird echo kind of noise while he's walking. Make my way into the next chamber.
Need fire.
Understatement. All right, so obviously here's the fire we want to go ahead and build. With flint and tinder, you could start another fire here. So we need to go find flint and tinder. The architecture in this world is amazing. Yes, very creepy statue. I don't remember this being so detailed last time, which is just awesome. There was a save place over here. I do want to go save. I want to get a little bit of my life back. Excuse me. As well as make sure I don't miss out and have to go through and do all those extra battles again. Well, let's start going this way. So, looking for some flint and some tinder. What do we got here? Ah. Check off the flint. Nothing really else for me to go here. How is the flint able to work if it's in this room that's obviously soaked with water? But we go back and look at the things back there, and they're soaked and unable to be used. Aha! Sneaky, sneaky. You gotta look around everywhere. Ethers revive MP, where potions revive HP, and I think elixirs revive both. Very classic RPG. All right, we're up top. Make our way around here. Another chest. What we got? High potion. Wow, we're giving us a lot of high potions. It's always a little unnerving when you get all this extra like healing stuff. They very much display in neon letters like flashing warnings. Boss battle coming up. Be prepared. So yes, technically, so can't go there. Obviously, usually in the map, there's not a green dot. This other green dot, that is where I came from. I don't want to go back through there. But I have the flint, I have the tinder. Let's go ahead and make a fire. Get a little warm. Sit down, have a little fireside chat here. As I was saying before, this is probably my favorite Final Fantasy game to date. 7 was the first big one I played through, loved it. This was the first like new console, PlayStation 2, with the great graphics. which have been HD remastered currently. The story here, though, to me, beat out Final Fantasy VII and took its place as number 1, making Final Fantasy VII my second favorite, which is one of the big ones. I know a lot of people like 9, and a lot of people really like 5.
Food.
I have not played either of those. I need to go back and do that. But I have played like 13. I have played 15.
What do you want?
I believe I did 14. Here's the little side story with Orin.
Call.
Be right back into my
Your
conversation.
team lost because of you.
Don't be too harsh.
Say that.
It's been 10 years. I thought you'd be crying.
Who? Me?
You cried.
Again, with the random kid. But I played 13, played 14, played 15. Or is 14 the one that's online? The one that was the big multiplayer online one I didn't do. So maybe like 15 and 16. And I think 17 is the one's coming out this next year. So definitely have already pre-ordered. Looking forward to playing that. But yeah, this is what really solidified my love of this genre and this
Wait. Don't go out on me.
and this
Nah, just hold on. I'll
the
get
stories that
more.
are told in Final Fantasy. I think they're all really done very well. But let's see if the new one can overthrow this. Like I said, this is definitely stuck as my favorite. I do need to go play some of the other ones that people rave about. So like 5, 9. I think 3 was one of the big ones too. And see if those are still good and hold up. But I don't know how to currently play those. I don't currently have a copy of them. Okay. So we have another monster here. It is a clicky or click. All right. So as you can tell, my overdrive bar currently upgrades based on me being attacked and me losing health. My favorite one that I do later on, and you unlock these, is after he attacks, he will in turn unlock the ability to gain overdrive bar from your attacks and how much damage you do versus you getting attacked. But first entry level standard is everybody. They gain based off of attacks. You can gain other ones based off like healing. You can base off of like status or magic use, depending on what your character is that benefits them better and get you overdrive quicker. Oh, Rob. Didn't realize he was in this first scene. Oh, okay. Got somebody here to help out. I like it.
You on my side? Cool.
All right, using grenades. Certain items, like grenades, have special effects when used. These items can only be used during battle by selecting the special ability use. So this is a quintessential use, so she is going to be the person that kind of highlights this. But if you use special and use, if you have weapons or items in your inventory that can be used to attack enemies, they will be there. And they do a shit ton of damage. All right, let's go ahead and use grenades again. As you can tell, they did a bunch of damage, and they just did even more. Let's have her heal Titus, because we have plenty of potions. Don't want him to go down. Have Titus attack. I'm going to show this. I don't know if they're going to show or explain this later, but currently we're out of grenades. Currently nothing to use. However, with enemies that you're fighting, you can use the special steal, which will refill, could be potions, could be any other item, or it could give you more grenades and attack items as well. So I'm going to steal. Currently got a grenade. And let's go ahead and use that grenade. I'm going to steal again. So I guess they're out of grenades. Because we had one more attack. That's why. We're starting to get some AP here and leveling. Good. Getting some spheres. I like it. Again, I am so sorry for anybody listening and if I am me coughing too loud. I'm trying not to. Probably should have held off a little bit, but I couldn't resist starting to play this game while I had some free time before some drops here coming up in the next year.
Phew. That was close. Hey, let me go.
Well, we've seen that before.
Fed! Trivida Grisa! Ifan Petit, Fapuneket Fedrik. Kuno.
So I know what they were saying. I've played the game enough. I know which is really sad to say that I can actually understand what they're saying. But that emblem or thing we read earlier about the Albed primers and the language that we were unable to read until we get the letters. These are the Albed. That is the language we would have to decipher. So as we progress through the game, we'll meet more and more of them. We'll be able to understand them as we progressively get more primers. That's the big thing versus the little side notes or items that we found before. And it's the joy of actually going back and playing through after having beat this game once. You can then relive those conversations that you weren't able to understand the first time and be able to read everything properly.
Hey, that hurts. Whoa. Okay.
And we actually see our first Albed primer currently in this cutscene right behind him. I'll show it to you all in just a second. Oh, brother.
Whatever. I said I don't understand.
Fed! He said you can stay if you make yourself useful.
You understand me?
Good.
All right, I'll work.
I think it's funny. I just realized me saying, oh, brother, when he made the funny comments. His name is actually Brother, which makes it so much better. All right. So there's an Albed primer. They're little books. So named Albed Primer Volume 1. There is one for every letter in the alphabet. As you can see, the letter Y in Albed is actually the letter A in English. Save the game. Again, you'll be seeing the screen a lot. And let's continue on.
Oh, almost forgot.
All right, this I'm going to try to skip. If I can't, I'm just going to run through as quickly as possible. I'll explain as I use the sphere grid what's going on. All right, come on. I really wish they would have let me skip this. But yeah, they gave me some actual like entry-level spheres and things to work with, which is good. What I really want to know is like, where do these go when you use these spheres to upgrade your person? Are they like inserted into them, just being around them? Does that oh, I could have skipped that the whole time. Okay. So, sphere grid. Real quick overview, it's a leveling system. Each person will have their own little area in the sphere grid. I will zoom out real quick, if I can. So, she currently has no moves. Titus only has one move. His sphere grid starts here. As you were seeing, each one of these little circles is called a node. Each one possibly has a an advancement on your stats. Some are empty, and you do find spheres later that you can fill in these empty nodes. I believe there is one per empty node, so you could technically fill out the entire sphere grid. As you can see, there are other ones that are called like level 1, level 3. Those lock off other areas of the sphere grid that can be accessed later. Probably for other party members is what you'll figure out. And other high level moves as well. Currently, the S level is your moves, so that's how many times you can move throughout the sphere grid. You are also able to activate spheres next to the sphere you're currently in. So for instance, if I were here, I would only be able to activate this sphere, or if there were one here, this sphere as well. So that's where you do have to worry about your moves a little bit, but I'm gonna move, and then use. Currently, they did not give me any, it was just for demo. The ability sphere to unlock cheer, which is a new move or something that Titus can use to increase the abilities of his team, and kind of get them more attack, more defense. I'll be going through and explaining my choices and what I'm doing as I go through the game. That is your quick general overview. What you'll also be able to see is when you go off of the sphere or the node that you were on, there is now a light that is active on the very top of that, and is a light blue light. As you can tell, that means Titus has unlocked this sphere. There are other ones around there. There is a color per person that you can have in your team. If you were to unlock every single sphere with every single person, all colors would be lit up, would be white, and denoting that they've unlocked that. The further on in the game, the less people I use. I will go through my general team later on, but at the moment, this is the general sphere grid. I'll go through more in depth as I get more spheres and level up more. Yes, we'll turn the menu. All right. That is leveling.
We found some ancient ruins right beneath us.
Ancient
It's
ruins?
not active now, but there should still be some power left. We're gonna go down there and activate it. And then we should be able to salvage the big prize.
Please define ancient.
Okay, let's get to work.
Roger.
The cockiness of the fact that he jumps up and just gives the thumbs up to you as he drops down is hilarious. All right, just as the mysterious lady has said, they found some ruins. I don't believe they've told you her name yet, so I'm not going to tell you what her name is. But we want to follow this chain all the way down. There's nothing else to get here. We're just going straight down into the huge, scary, ancient ruins. To God only knows what, to find, as she says, the big prize. Whatever could the big prize be? I don't think they actually show you what the big prize is until, like, much later on. Best part about her is she can also attack normally. She doesn't have to have grenades to attack. That's not her only thing she can do. Her attack is not extremely powerful at the moment. She very much needs to have items to attack with to really do some damage. So for the first little bit while she's in my party, I will be stealing a lot from enemies to give me the ability to use grenades or other items to do damage. All right. And save. That's how most, I would say, muscleheads would use technology. All right, you know what? It's not working. Let's bang on it a little bit, see if we can make it go a little faster. Open up this door. So underwater controls are a little annoying. You're kind of just like floating up and down while you move, and you just need to kind of keep a steady depth. All right, let's steal. Again, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm going to get some tea or something here. do it from the other one. See if I can get grenades for both. Cool. Let Titus go ahead and finish off that first one. And then he can finish off this with his attack. Great. I'll be skipping those. I don't have any need to see what I'm getting. Oh gosh, this is the one. So yeah, so like it randomly switches. Again, let's pound on this a little bit. No idea if it's explosive, corrosive, or dangerous. But yeah, I'll put my hands on it. Why not? It's a little telling when you literally come in holding your sword you weren't holding before. All right, let's see. So special, let's steal from it. Let's see what we can get. Grenade. I like it. We've got 3 grenades I know of. Let me cheer. So this should, in turn, allow us to do more damage. So they introduce here very early that your enemies can move and they can get out of range. Again, this comes into play a couple times during the game, which is cool. But this allows us to, in turn, move and create different attack styles and things that we are able to do. Doesn't happen very often, but it's cool when it happens. Such commands become available in certain battles. Press over in the command window to access them. So we can do standby. Which this will heal and kind of get us ready because obviously the boss enemy is attacking and doing a charge attack. But now we are behind said boss, and I believe that in turn gives us the ability to do more damage as well. So we did about 350 last time. How much do we do in the back? About 350, so not too much more. She is getting very low in health, but I'm going to use again. And then we're about healing and stealing again in the next round. Idle. Let's use a potion on question mark, question mark, question mark. All right, and then Titus, we will do a pincer attack. Eliminating a little bit of what he was trying to do. So now we have person in the front, person in the back, so they can only concentrate on one person, which is awesome. We're gonna steal. So we're close to killing it, I'm assuming, or enemies do run out of items that are stealable. So I'm going to just be manually attacking from this point on. And probably healing Titus here in the next round. Just to be safe. Because Titus has swordplay, his overdrive. In the game, you do unlock ability to have different overdrives or more overdrives based on the person. Titus has a couple. You unlock those by using his overdrives constantly. So, and getting good results on them. That was easy enough. So I will be using his overdrive pretty much every time I can, unless I know there's a boss battle I want to save it up for coming up, just quickly after gaining it in a regular battle. Ooh, we got another move on the sphere grid. So that was all. Literally came down, hit a couple pieces of machinery, turned on the power, and got attacked by a giant octopus. All so we didn't get killed. I think it's a fair deal. Go this way? Okay. So we see that there's some big item and thing down here. We don't know what it is. They didn't really give us an explanation of what we were unlocking. We just know that we were unlocking something. But it looks really cool. Later, back on the ship. Well, I guess we figured out what we found. It was an airship. You're not one of us.
Hey, I helped out, didn't I? Hungry.
Yay, thank you, nameless girl.
Whoa! Right on.
Went through all that to die choking on my food and meal they gave me.
Hey,
We've all been there. So hungry that you're just gonna eat whatever's in front of you quickly
it's 'cause
because you
eat
want
too
food in there.
fast. Hey,
Hello there. What is your name?
Riku.
Whoa!
It's not what your mouse
Really
said.
do understand.
Your mouse said. But we finally have a name. She is Riku.
Why didn't you say so earlier?
I didn't get a chance to. Everyone thought we were a fiend.
We?
We?
Oh, we means you.
But spelled the French we, which means yes.
Who are you guys anyway?
We're Albed. Can't you tell? Wait, you're not an Albed hater, are you?
I don't even know what an Albed is.
Where are you from?
Xanarkand. I'm a blitzball player. Star player of the Xanarkand Abes.
Did you hit your head or something?
You guys hit me?
Oh, right. Do you remember anything before that?
So I told her everything there was to tell about Xanarkand. About life there, Blitzball, and Sin's attack. And about how Aaron and I were engulfed in this light. I just said things as they came to mind. But then I started to wonder. Did I say something funny?
Yeah, a little bit.
You were near Sin.
Not Sin? Oh no.
Don't worry, you'll be better in no time.
Just wash
They
yourself
say
in some
everything
holy
gets
water,
better
give
in
3 Hail
Sin's way.
Marys, and
Maybe you just had some
be
kind
good.
of dream?
You mean I'm sick?
Because of Sin's toxin, yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, there is no Xanarkand anymore. Sin destroyed it 1,000 years ago. So no one plays blitzball there.
Huh? What do you mean, 1,000 years ago?
And the plot just
But
thickened.
I saw Sin
Got real
attack
interesting.
Xanarkand. You're saying that happened 1,000 years ago? No
Yep.
way.
Again, every time I see one.
You said... You play blitzball?
Uh-huh.
You know, you should go to Luca. Someone might know who you are, or you might find someone you recognize.
Luca?
Ah.
Huh.
Okay, leave it to me. I'll get you to Luca. Promise.
Thank you. I
You'd
don't know
rather
where that
stay
is or
here?
if it's a good thing for you to
Okay,
promise,
I'll go
but
tell the others.
thank
Wait
you.
Here. Oh, and one thing. Don't tell anyone you're from Xanarkand, Kay? Yevon says it's a holy place. You might upset someone.
Yevon? So many things being thrown at me at once.
Uh-huh.
What is Yevon? Who? Sorry. Who is Yevon? Is he Yiddish? He sounds Yiddish. Yevon!
My Xanarkand? Some kind of holy place? Yeah, right, I thought. Since when? Yevon? Sin? Luca? I thought Sin just took me to a faraway place, that I could go back in a day or two. But 1,000 years into the future? No way! Whoa!
Good job. That was a really strong kick. Or, as you'll soon find out, it's huge! Oh my god! Well, that promise to be taken to Luca to have somebody help me figure out what's going on was very short-lived. Luckily, I can breathe underwater, and hopefully that won't kill me. Oh god, where am I at now? But the water's pretty. At least that's nice. It's very, Caribbean.
Riku!
Bonk.
Blitzball!
Hey, you okay?
Oh, you crazy, crazy Mohawk man.
Hey!
How you doing, man? I'm a dolphin. Give me a fish. I don't know what that art was. It sounds like dolphins off in the background. All right. Real quick, before I go on, there's some things I know that I'm going to go ahead and grab while I'm here. You can travel around this to go to this little chest. This gives you the moon crest. All right. Special items and things we find throughout the game. One thing that Final Fantasy, especially older versions, I know like 7 and 10 have done it really well. They have what are called ultimate weapons for specific people in your party. For this game, there are a couple components that are needed to unlock the ultimate weapons for each person. Each person needs to find their weapon. Each person also needs to find the corresponding crest and sigil. Ooh, antidote kills poison or cures poison. Each person, again, find their weapon, find the crest, find the sigil that correspond to it. We also need to unlock a specific item called the Celestial Mirror to, I guess, power up, use this crest and sigils to unlock the true forms of your weapons. Those weapons are ungodly.
Yo. Hiya.
You wanna
Give me 1 second.
try that move one more time?
Show me, Dolphin Man.
Finally. Things were starting to look up.
Dolphin Man with psychic powers? Yes, you use the mirror to unlock the weapons with the crest and sigil. Most of the crests, I believe, are in
Amateur. Who you play for?
chests that you can find around. The sigils, I believe, are all based off of
Didn't you say again?
tasks and things you do throughout the game.
I meant
Some are hard
forget that.
or possibly
I got
probably
too,
impossible.
close to
One of
sin
them
and
I've
my
never
head's
fully
all
done, and
foggy
it is actually
like.
unlocking Titus's
So, I don't know where this
full
place is.
super
Or even
ultimate
where it
weapon.
came from.
I'm going to try it.
Since toxin got to you,
We'll see.
but you're still alive.
But that's later on in the game. Waka's, I think, sorry, not to like spoil,
All right, back
but
to practice.
Mohawk Man here. His name is Waka.
Waka,
There you
coach and captain of the Besaid Aurochs, brother.
go.
What?
His crest and
Hungry?
sigil
Okay,
take
back to the village. I get this.
forever to unlock. You actually are able to play Blitzball later on in the game, and you can play. I mean,
I
it's
felt like I could trust
4
this
hours.
Waka, so I just had to
Hours
ask.
to unlock
It's
his
true
weapon,
Zanarkand was
sigils, crest,
destroyed,
everything.
Right? 1,000 years ago? So it's just a big pile of rubble now, isn't it?
Long time ago, there were a whole lot of cities in Spira. Big cities with machina, machines to run them. People played all day and let the machina do the work. And then, well, take a look. Sin came and destroyed the machina cities. And Zanarkand along with him. Yeah, that was about 1,000 years ago. Just like you said. If you ask me, Sin's our punishment for letting things get out of hand. What gets me though, is we gotta suffer because of what some goofballs did way back when. Of course, we must always repent for our sins. That's important. It's just that it's hard to keep at it sometimes, you know?
It was just as Riku said. Waka and Riku couldn't both be lying. Why would they?
Wow.
But you from the Zanarkand days, that was a good one, huh? Hey, I'm not saying that team never existed, yeah? But you gotta figure, a team living in luxury like that be pretty soft, eh?
I appreciated the fact that Waka was trying to cheer me up. But at that time, all I could think about was everything that happened to me. All this started with Sin. Maybe if I could find Sin one more time, I could go home. For now, I just live life until that time came. No more worrying about where or when I was. Sure, it was hard not to think of home, but I started to feel better already. A little better. Maybe.
All right, ready. We know the drill. Let's go ahead. Save this. Real quick, I want to go out to the end of this pier. I don't remember if there is another primer out here. I think there's one on the next city we go to, but I want to double check. I was wrong. So the majority of what you can find for side quests and extra items, you can do just by exploring around and playing the game as it is.
Hey, it's this way.
Kind of. I want to go that way. I don't like what you do to me over here. It's a flower. This is very peaceful. I love this little sound. I had this soundtrack forever, and I would fall asleep to this sound. It's great. Like I said, I don't like what you do to me. You push me off a cliff. What's up with that, man?
What's the big idea?
Yeah, man. I don't know why I made Walker Jamaican, but he sounds like a man. My Jamaican's horrible, I know. All right. So this is the way to Besaid Village. Obviously, you can tell there are chests underneath the water here. I will be trying to find all of them as I can, just to make sure I can get these items. Phoenix Down. That is great. Now that we actually have one, I can stop worrying if I get knocked out. It is an item that revives a person in your party that would get knocked out or defeated by an enemy, which is great, and need to have them early game. You'll soon find out if you've never played a RPG that most of the items you get, potions, Phoenix Downs, elixirs, anything like that, that cures a status, heals you, brings you back, revives you, most of these are replaced by a magical spell that is a white mage's magical spell later on in the game. But until we unlock those, we need to make sure we have the corresponding item to fulfill what we need to have done. Healing, revives, getting rid of status and ailments. Whatever you can think of. I need to upgrade Titus's sphere grid here in a second. All right, let's go ahead and do that. That's not what I want. Here we go. Sphere grid, Titus. Again, so as we move, we'll go through and use the sphere grid. Each of these, like I said, nodes has a different ability or adds to your stats, but you need different actual spheres to unlock them. So this one raises your defense. So what we'll need, as you can see, is a power sphere. Those are also used when you're unlocking things that increase your attack. Abilities unlock things like their white magic, or abilities like cheer. Speed spheres are your accuracy, your evasion. You'll soon find out that you need to collect specific spheres to thus put in the proper node that corresponds to it to upgrade your stats. But then you make your way around, yada, yada, yada. How do I zoom out? Again, you can go from person to person. There should be a way to zoom out. How do I zoom out? There's a way to zoom out and you can actually see the whole sphere grid. I'll figure it out later and show you all maybe like in the next stream when I do these. There should be one more chest, and I forget where it's at. Wow, I'm shocked he didn't beat that. Most of them have been killed in one hit. Interesting. I also don't mind having extra battles. It just increases the amount of spheres. There it is. That I'm able to store and use. Also gives you more levels. So I'm doing a little bit of extra grinding here at the beginning to make sure I don't have too much to do later on. All right, antidotes, not bad. Later on in the game, you'll find out severely that the people you have in your party get very overpowered. There's a couple specific milestones or markers that I know personally. Once I get the ability unlocked, it's just over. It's just stupid how much more you can do damage-wise and take care of beating bosses easily once specific abilities are unlocked. Alright, I don't think they're... Nope, we're good. One of those big ones is haste. That's the first one where it's just stupid how broken that move is. But then when you get haste to go, it's over, because at that point you have slow, and it's just stupid amount of damage you can be knocking out on enemies and bosses. But that's a little further in the game. Once I get there, I'll definitely be doing a little cheer, little dance, little happy dance. You see my little happy dance? You like that little happy dance? Oh yeah. I like the little happy dance. Happy dance. The first time I saw that, I 100% thought he was about to come pants you.
Got a favor to ask you.
You want me on your team, right?
A major blitz tournament's coming up. All the teams in Spira will be there. It's so huge, I'm sure someone there will recognize you. Then you can go back to your old team, right? It'll be fun. What do you say? Huh?
You would think.
Come on.
But I'm 1,000 years removed from my old team.
Sure thing.
Dude, our team is gonna rock, eh?
I thought then that Blitzball and Sin were the only two things that Spira and Xanarkand had in common.
Nope.
I wasn't too far off either.
There's a couple other things. Some things you come to care very deeply about.
This is where I was born. I started Blitz when I was 5.
Bussade.
I joined the Aurochs at 13, 10 years ago. 10 years. And we never won a game.
Ooh.
Well, after last year's tournament, I quit. Time seemed right.
Never winning a game in 10 years would be some mentally stressing
So, after quitting, I got
shit
this new
for
job,
some guys.
Yeah? But every time my mind wandered, I thought about the game.
10 years without a single win will do that.
You can take
My
the player
first
out of the
match
game,
last
but
year
you
was
can't
my
take the
big
game out
chance.
of the player, man.
But something else was on my mind. I couldn't focus.
Nice excuse.
Hey!
So, you want to win the next tournament? Go out with a bang. So, what's our goal?
I don't care how we do. Long as we play our best. If we give it our all, I can walk away happy.
No.
No. If I say, what's our goal? You say, victory. When you play in
That's
a
right, bro.
Blitzball tournament, you play to win.
100.
Victory?
Keeping it real.
You're serious?
Titus don't play. He tells it how it is. You gotta want that W to earn that W. This is a really dangerously steep hill.
Ah, the one from the sea. Be on guard.
'Cause
There are
I'm a
fiends
dolphin
on the
man.
road today.
After surviving your run-in with Sin,
I'm
you'd
a
be
dolphin.
ashamed if something happened.
Who are they?
Luzu and Gata, Crusaders.
Huh? Crews of what?
What, you forgot that too?
Just assume I know nothing.
Hey, sorry. Don't worry about it. I'll help you out.
Cool. In return, come tournament time, I'll make sure we take the cup.
Cool. About the Crusaders, you can ask them yourself. They got a lodge in a village.
Yes, again, just imagine being a 14-year-old kid playing this game or watching your cousin play this game for the first time, having all of this thrown at you, having no idea what's going on.
We'll get you something over
It's a
there later.
lot of
Take a look around
information.
first.
But it all makes sense in the end. They do come back and actually answer pretty much
Let's see.
everything. I don't think there's actually
The
anything
Crusaders'
left
lodge is over yonder.
unanswered.
Luzu and Gata are usually there.
Okay.
All right. Over here.
Huh? What's up?
You do remember the prayer, right?
I don't know any prayers.
Of course I'd never prayed before in my life. Not that he would know that.
You must have forgot or something. Here, I'll show you.
Got hit real hard, Waka. Sin did some damage.
Go ahead, you try. Not bad. Okay, now go present yourself to the temple summoner.
Any blitzball player would know that prayer. It was the blitzball sign for victory.
Like I said, he's praying to the blitzball gods. All right, let's walk around here. There's obviously some chests and some things around. Let's go ahead and do a little exploring. Who are you, mister? Where are you from? Xanarkin. I don't think I need any more. This little side area is kind of hard to see. Some people, it's very easy to miss. And you get turned around so quickly. But there are 3 chests back here. So Gil is the money in this game. So if you need to go buy anything, armor, items, accessories, all that is bought with Gil. Sin struck Besaid Village so many times I lost count. After this house got hit, I guess the owner just let it be. I mean, they left $400 just chilling. It's not bad. Stay away from the summoner. We'll get to that a little later. You're the guy from the sea, right? Please don't let that stick. I don't want that to be who I'm known as. I heard about you from Sir Luzu. Some of the girls in this game are very scantily clad. Odd clothes you got. What land you from? This your first time in Besaid? Odd clothes. What? Besaid's devotion to the teachings of Yevon is commendable. Still, there is much for a priestess such as I to teach them. Alright, so starting to understand. Yevon seems to be the faith and religion of the area. Was there a chest over? God. Stupid doorway. This is the only down part about the game is you have all the little loading screens. Even during the day, take care. Alright, fine. They won't let me out alone. Let's go talk to Waka.
Go present yourself to...
As long as I'm around, Besaid's weaving will be known as nothing but the best. I guess I talked to the same person twice. Mainlanders love the fabrics we weave here in Besaid. Good to know. All right, so I got a couple things here to do. Let me come this way. You're talk of the town, you know. Word travels fast in villages this size. Who's that good puppy? Let's go around this way. Is it this side or the other? I think it's the other side that has a chest. One of them has something I can go collect. I thought one of them did. Maybe I'm just mistaken. Maybe it's later in the game I can get it. Let's go ahead and go to the temple. And then I'll go talk to the Crusaders. Oh, this little chant here brings back memories.
It was then, standing in that place, I began to realize how different this world was from my own.
He looks intimidating.
10 years have passed since Lord Braska became High Summoner. And finally, we receive a statue for our temple.
Oh, what's a High Summoner?
Oh, how dare you ask such a question? Your stupidity
I got too
offends
close
me.
to Sin's, toxin.
Oh, okay. He's a simpleton then. He knows nothing now.
It was funny hearing myself make the same excuse over and over. Funny, and a little sad.
The Summoners are practitioners of a sacred art, sworn to protect the people of Yevon. Only a chosen few become Summoners, who call forth entities of great power, the Aeons. The Aeons hear our prayers and come down to us. They are the blessing of Yevon.
I like the sound of that.
So what he meant was that we should respect some kind of great men, or something like that, I figured.
There are chests, sorry, excuse me, every so often here. Even searching the scriptures of Yevon, I have found no cure for Sin's toxins. May the blessing of Yevon guide you to health, friend. At least everyone's very accommodating and accepting the fact that I have been affected by Sin's toxins. Alright, nothing in the side chambers. Only sworn guardians may approach the cloister of trials. Get away from there! Alright. So where's the summoner? Alright. Let's go over here and introduce ourselves and ask a little bit about the Crusaders. Excuse me. Let me... Alright, I don't think there was a primer in here. I think we're good. Go ahead and save. Ooh, nope. Here. Yes. And let's talk to our Crusaders.
Hey, you! You were attacked by Sin, right? Recently, was it?
I think so.
So, Sin can't be far, right? You're not hiding anything, are you?
Why would I?
If Sin's nearby, it'll attack the island for sure. But it hasn't. I wonder why.
I'm sorry. I really don't know anything. To tell the truth, I don't even know what the Crusaders are.
You're kidding, right?
Sin, the toxin. Gotta tell him who we are.
Yes, sir.
The Crusaders are sworn to battle Sin. We have chapters throughout Spira, accepting all who wish to join our struggle. The hero Mihen formed the Crusaders 800 years ago as the Crimson Blades. Later, our ranks grew and we called ourselves the Crusaders. We've been fighting Sin ever since.
What? You've been fighting 800 years and you still haven't beat it?
Well, we've steered Sin away from towns many times. And that's all we can do. Nobody's ever been able to defeat it. Our mission as Crusaders is to protect the temples, towns, villages, and people of Spira.
So, then whose job is it to defeat Sin?
Is Sin's toxin really this bad, sir?
It does seem rather bad. We could just tell you, but I think it better for you to try and remember. Go pray at the temple. Perhaps Yevon will help you regain your memory.
Try to remember something I never knew. It's an interesting principle and way of thinking. But they don't know I never knew. They do assume I have just lost my memory. Pray hard, and the toxins will be forgiven. Forget how to pray. Am I missing something? Maybe I should go talk to Walka again. Excuse me. Forget how to trigger the prayer. I always look bad at me for having said I played this many times and not knowing how to trigger this next cutscene.
Sorry, man. No time for lunch yet. Take a nap. You look pushed.
You could at least go see how they are doing.
We can't interfere. It's a rule.
But it's been nearly.
An hour? A day? A week? A millennia? It's been nearly how long?
But it's been nearly.
It's been nearly a day already.
Perhaps you could go look for us.
People are searching for him now.
Thank you.
Who cares whether he comes back or not?
Well, dang, little Titus.
But he might die.
Little T-Dog.
Fine, let him.
Do you hate him so? What if he dies? You'll never be able to tell him how much you hate him.
Not only did sin make you forget everything, it's bringing back up some terrible memories. All right, so that was the next cutscene. So now back to the temple. I think this might be the last thing I do before calling the stream. Excuse me.
Is something wrong?
The summoner hasn't returned from the trial.
Eh?
Well, apprentice summoner, really.
Huh?
There's a room in there called the Cloister of Trials. Beyond is where the apprentice summoner prays. If the prayer is heard, the apprentice becomes a fully fledged summoner. Remember?
No, but thank you, Mohawk
so someone
Man.
is in there somewhere and they haven't come back out. Right, I got it.
A day's already gone by.
Is it particularly dangerous in there?
Sometimes, yes.
Why don't you go in and help?
There's already guardians in there. Besides, it's forbidden.
Hey, but what if something happens? What if the summoner dies?
Our precepts must be obeyed.
Like I care.
So not only have people sat here and scoffed at you because of the fact that you've been around sin, you
Maybe
literally spit
this wasn't
in the
such a
face
good
of their
idea
religion.
after all.
Alright, Cloister of Trials. Those who seek to learn of Yevon's secret arts are tested by the Cloister of Trials. Find the right way and you will be taken to the Chamber of the Faith. Examine object with A to open the way. Alright, so Cloister of Trials. There are a couple of these in the game. I'm not going to tell you how many. We'll get to that point when we get to that point. But in each of the Cloister of Trials, there is a special item to unlock. So it's in a chest. So there's the normal way you can get through and actually get into the Cloister of Trials, which gets you the Aeon, as we learned earlier. But there is an extra item in each one. If you get every extra item in every single Cloister of Trials, it is a side quest that gets you something later on in the game. So I will be taking the time to get the side items in each Cloister of Trials as I do them, so I don't have to go back and do it later. Strange glyph glows. All right, let's go over here. Let's touch the glyph. Some of these are easier than others. There's about 2 that I always have to look up and remember because they're just stupidly hard in my mind, and I just can't remember them for some reason. All right, you must use a sphere to go any further. Glyph spheres. Upon the way to the Chamber of the Faith. Destruction spheres open the way to hidden treasures. It seems the Besaid spheres are also necessary. You removed a glyph sphere. You can carry only 1 sphere at a time. So, the Destruction sphere is the way to get all the hidden items. The doors can be blocked by an unseen force. Use a sphere-shaped insert sphere. Is the way to get the special items in each cloister, thus giving me the bonus hidden feature later. So, normally you would be coming through here and you'd be like, where am I supposed to go? But it's cool because you can touch items or random pieces of things here, and they do open areas. So here's another sphere. I'll leave that there for now. This is one that you need to have a sphere for. And then down here, that's gonna open later. So you'd be like, well, okay, I have a sphere. I can grab this one. You found a Besaid sphere. Let's take it. Well, we found a couple holes. Let's go back here and try this. What's this gonna do? I didn't do anything. Okay. Well, let's try it. Let's put that back in here. Because that is the way to go forward. I don't want to go that way yet. I want to get the rest of the stuff. This is the tricky part about the game, and this is what it took me a long time when I was younger to figure out. The ones that are indoors once you've opened them, you can take those back. All right, let's put that in here. And this is what I want. We can slot that in the pedestal. Let's take this. We can slot that in over here to open up that hole. Just as a space holder. All right, and then let's take this destruction sphere and place that in this. Oh, so it's not the entire room, it's just one little ray. And lo and behold, it opens up hidden area with one single chest. So this one was pretty easy to go through and find the hidden chest. As you open this up, you'll see a glyph appears. Ooh, Rod of Wisdom. Also a great weapon. You can obtain hidden items by using destruction spheres. Every time you open one of those glyphs, or one of these secret chests and you get a glyph, again, like I said, there is one per temple, and it unlocks something hidden further on. There's only one that you have to go back to the temple after completing it. But I'm going to be getting the rest of the things as I progress through the game to make sure I don't have to do a lot of backtracking. If you move it improperly, step on the shining glyph to return the pedestal to its original place. And that is the first Cloister of Trials. Quick, easy, simple, and a very good kind of entry-level one to show how you do these.
Summoners, apprentice summoners, and their guardians can enter here. It's a tradition, very important.
So what about you?
Me? I'm a guardian.
A guardian?
Waka, just as, again, assume he knows nothing. Dolphin Man ain't as smart as you think he is.
Summoners go on a pilgrimage to pray at every temple in Spira. Guardians protect them. The guardian's in there now. One of them's got a sure fuse, and who knows what the other's thinking. Well, now that we come this far, might as well go all the way.
No looking back anymore.
What are you doing here? Didn't think we'd be able to handle it.
No, it's just... See, I told you she gets mad easy.
Is the summoner all right?
Who are you?
Okay, the heavy breathing right in my ear, so unnerving. It's giving me uncomfortable chills down my spine. It's very ASMR. Kind of like it, kind of don't. Now we're finally getting to see the people back from the very first cutscene. Lady Yuna. We met Waka. We met Titus. Saw Orin in the beginning. And some intense praying in there.
Become a summoner.
Man, was I surprised. And here I was thinking summoners were all old geezers.
Oh, don't worry. Una can definitely summon something. Summon that dick.
Hey, over here.
Just threw me back up that hill when I was already down it.
Ah! Ow!
Wait till you see this.
I can't see anything.
Ready?
Okay.
I had never seen anything like it in my life. Sure, it was a little scary, but still.
It was cool.
I could feel a strange kind of gentleness coming from it.
I've never been the one to give nicknames to these, and I don't when I play Pokemon either, so I'm going to go with the ones here, but I might call them something different when I'm talking about them on stream, but their names will be the standard.
I remember.
As boring as I
that
am, I
night,
know.
We talked for the first time. I didn't know it then, but after that night, everything changed.
I fell in love.
For everyone. For me.
Oh, you coy little boy, Titus. You fell in love. You know what you did. You know what happened.
Let me introduce you to the team. This guy here wants into the tournament so bad, I let him on the team.
Thanks, Waka.
His memory's a little fuzzy, so don't mind him if he says anything odd. Come on, say hi.
Hi guys. So what's our goal?
To do our best! Nope, we got a new goal now. Our new goal is victory! To win every match, defeat every opposing team, to bring the Crystal Cup back to our island. That's all we need to do to win. Easy, huh?
Victory! 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 Victory!
Just get you pumped listening to it.
We sure got the boys worked up, huh?
You heathen!
Stay away from the summoner! You're a bad man!
Lady Una, be careful.
Oh, God.
But it was really my fault to begin with. I'm Yuna. Thank you so much for your help earlier.
Huh? I'm sorry about that. Wasn't that Wasn't I not supposed to? Guess I kind of overreacted.
Oh, no. I was overconfident.
I saw that Aeon thing. That's amazing.
Really? Do you think I can become High Summoner?
Lady Yuna, come play with me some more.
So, tomorrow then.
Tomorrow?
We're going on the same boat, aren't we?
Oh, really?
Good to know.
We can talk more.
Huh.
You can tell me all about Xanarkand.
Wait, do you believe me that I'm actually from Xanarkand?
Cute, yeah?
Yeah.
Don't get no ideas.
Too late.
No promises there, big guy. Hey, but what if she, like, comes on to me?
That's not going to happen. If you get tired, let me know. I had a bed made for you.
And my favorite line of the entire game coming up right now. Stay away from the summoner! No matter how many times. Stay away from the summoner! I don't think there's anything else I can do. I'm going to talk to Waka.
Ready for bed?
Yes, sir.
Good. Sleep tight.
All right. After this cutscene, I think I'm going to save it and call that for this first stream of Final Fantasy X. Well, hello, Yuna.
Where's that boat?
Everyone will find us if it doesn't come soon.
You really sure this is okay?
Would you take me to Xanarkand?
Hey! You said you'd go with me!
Oh, hey,
I thought Waka told you not to get any ideas.
Oops.
Did?
Yeah, so you're coming with me.
Hey, stop dreaming!
Titus, you player.
Woman, you can't even catch a ball!
Shut up, Dad.
Oh, what's the matter? Gonna cry again? Cry. That's the only thing you're good for.
Shut up, Dad. I don't like you.
Huh? What'd you say?
You heard me.
You have to speak loudly.
Did I stutter? I think
I hate you.
That's the spirit.
You can do it.
I hate you!
He's dead, okay? Dead. He does look a lot like Chapu. I was surprised too, the first time I saw him. But no matter what he looks like, he isn't Chapu. You shouldn't have brought him here in the first place.
Yeah, but...
That's gotta weigh so much of all those belts.
Excuses again?
That's gotta be so heavy.
That's it. No more. Enough, Waka.
I feel like she's based off of a character from Final Fantasy VIII who was like the main bad guy, main antagonist for the entire game. Which is weird to say that she's now one of your party. Well, spoilers. She is going to be one of your party members.
Scary. So, who's Chapu?
My little brother, Chapu. He looked like you.
He's dead?
He was with the Crusaders when they fought Sin last year. He didn't make it. I first heard on the day of the tournament.
Oh, so that's why.
I became a guardian to fight sin, yeah?
Yeah.
Revenge, then?
That was the idea.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about a stupid game now than avenging my brother. Well, after the next tournament, I'll be a guardian full-time. I know it kinda looks like I'm using you, but I'm not.
Don't worry. I mean, I owe you a lot.
Sorry, guys. I do hear that humming. I have plans to get that
Really
corrected here soon.
Help me out, you know? What I mean is... Thanks, Waka.
Stop. You're embarrassing me.
That's why I have the sound for the game so high, to cover up the sound of that my heater going. Like I said, I definitely have plans to get that corrected soon, and you'll be seeing what I'm doing here once that gets started. More to come. All right, everybody, I'm gonna say this one more time here. So we've made it to Besaid. We have met the summoner and been told to stay away from the summoner multiple times. We've also met Waka, Yuna, Riku, Orin. I don't believe they said the girl in the belt's name. I'll just go ahead and say it's Lulu. That one don't slip up. And the other character that's on our team, which is going to be the big blue furball. And we'll find out about him in the next episode. But thank you all for watching. If you all have been enjoying the stream, finding some content here that you'll like, maybe want to keep watching along, make sure to hit that notification bell so you'll get notified when I go live and post new content. Make sure to hit the like button on the video, again, if you're liking it, and subscribe so that way you do see me in your feed whenever I do have new content that you may have missed when I'm not doing live streams. All right, everybody, thanks for the support. I will see you all in the next one.